to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
The internet is on fire after shocking revelations from Teyana Taylor about her ex-husband Iman Shumpert started circulating online. People are buzzing after several alleged interviews and cryptic posts surfaced, showing that Teyana is no longer keeping quiet. From disturbing claims of emotional manipulation and mental abuse to whispers of Iman's numerous affairs, it's clear something darker was happening behind the scenes. Fans are shaken, especially those who once looked up to the couple as a strong and stylish duo. What we're hearing now completely dismantles the polished image they portrayed to the public. The perfect couple was just a fantasy. And Teyana's brave decision to speak out has everyone rethinking what really went down. The situation has escalated fast, and now fans are connecting the dots they once ignored. It's no longer just gossip. It feels like a cry that was finally heard. So, what was really going on behind those closed doors? Teyana and Iman always looked like the dream couple on the outside. Their chemistry on their VH1 reality show, red carpet appearances, and editorial shoots painted a picture of a power couple that had it all. They were both talented, stylish, and seemed to support each other's careers. But now, people are rewatching those same moments with a new lens. Some fans noticed forced smiles, awkward tension, and subtle discomfort that they now believe were signs of deeper issues. There's a growing belief that Teyana was silently suffering while keeping up the perfect facade. Maybe her silence wasn't compliance, it was survival. And now that the truth is unraveling, it's clear that even the most glamorous relationships can hide painful secrets. In recent weeks, Teyana has begun breaking her silence through interviews and indirect messages on social media. Without naming Iman directly, she's hinted at a household filled with fear and control. One quote that has since gone viral read, "When love turns into fear, it's no longer love." Another post talked about not being able to breathe in her own home, and how she constantly felt like she was walking on eggshells. Fans believe these subtle but emotional statements are aimed directly at Iman. She also made a cryptic comment about someone having a dark side that only those closest to him truly knew, another possible reference to her ex. These remarks are now being interpreted as Teyana confirming years of emotional abuse and gaslighting. Sources close to Teyana have started speaking up as well, revealing chilling details about how Iman treated her behind the scenes. According to one insider, Iman would regularly belittle Teyana's dreams, mock her creative ideas, and act possessive anytime she interacted with men in professional settings. They described a pattern of behavior where Iman would explode in anger over small things and then act completely normal the next day, like nothing happened. This emotional roller coaster is often linked to narcissistic behavior. Teyana reportedly told friends that she felt like she had to dim her light just to make him feel more important. And this wasn't just about cheating or jealousy. It was a toxic cycle of emotional control that she finally decided to break free from. While Teyana has remained respectful and hasn't named names, the rumors about Iman's affairs have started gaining serious traction. Multiple gossip blogs have shared alleged screenshots of direct messages, videos, and even hotel receipts linking Iman to other women. One woman even came forward saying she had been seeing Iman while he was still living with Teyana. Another woman apparently messaged Teyana directly, apologizing and saying she didn't know he was still married. That moment reportedly broke Teyana's heart, but she wasn't surprised. She had already sensed something was wrong. The final breaking point came when she allegedly found flirty photos and messages on Iman's phone while he was asleep. That discovery left no more room for denial. Fans are rallying behind Teyana like never before, creating a powerful online wave of support that shows no signs of slowing down. Hashtags like Bow, We Stand With Teyana, and Survivor Queen are trending across social media platforms, with users sharing personal stories, words of encouragement, and commentary on the larger issue of how women, especially Black women, are often left to pick up the pieces while the world excuses or downplays the behavior of their partners. For many people, The recent revelations in Teyana's situation have confirmed what they always suspected. There were always subtle signs, they say. Body language in interviews, certain moments during public appearances, little red flags in videos and red carpet photos. But without concrete proof, many kept quiet or ignored what didn't feel right. Now that everything is out in the open, a collective reckoning is taking place. Across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, fans are calling out Iman for allegedly masking toxicity with charm. There's a growing movement online that's no longer interested in preserving the reputations of male celebrities at the expense of women's mental and emotional health. People are going back through interviews and footage, analyzing past moments through a new lens, and questioning why so many were quick to label them couple goals without knowing the full story. These reactions reflect a larger cultural shift, one that refuses to let abuse, manipulation, or emotional harm stay hidden just because someone is famous or publicly adored. The days of romanticizing dysfunction are fading, replaced by a fierce demand for accountability, transparency, and emotional justice. Teyana hasn't been standing alone through any of this. Her mother, who has always been a strong and vocal advocate for her daughter's personal and professional well-being, has stepped up once again to provide support, not just to Teyana, but to her 2 daughters as well. Known for being a grounding and protective presence, Teyana's mom is said to be focused on maintaining peace and stability in the household, doing everything she can to ensure the children are shielded from the worst of the public chaos. Her loyalty and strength behind the scenes have become a quiet but essential part of Teyana's recovery. Friends in the industry have also shown up in powerful, subtle ways. Some have stopped following Iman on social media, while others have reposted quotes and affirmations about resilience, emotional healing, and surviving betrayal. These aren't just empty gestures. Within their circle, they speak volumes. There's a sense of silent solidarity, of having each other's backs without needing to make loud public statements. Many of these friends have faced their own private heartbreaks while living in the public eye, so they know what it means to protect your peace in the middle of a media storm. Teyana herself has been pouring her energy into therapy, faith, and her art. She's been open about the role that therapy has played in her healing, describing it as a space where she can unpack years of emotional weight and begin rebuilding on her own terms. Prayer has also remained a constant in her life, anchoring her during the more uncertain days. And then there's her music, her truest outlet. Lately, she's been teasing new songs on social media, and fans are convinced that this next project will be her most personal yet. In one particularly raw Instagram post, she wrote, "Sometimes you have to break to build again, stronger, louder, freer." That line alone has resonated with thousands, many of whom see her not just as a singer or actress, but as a survivor reclaiming her narrative in the most powerful way she knows how. Meanwhile, Iman's reaction, or lack thereof, has left people even more confused. Despite the seriousness of the allegations and the wave of public backlash, he has not issued a formal statement or apology. The only communication so far has come in the form of a cryptic Instagram story. "They'll paint you as a villain for walking away from chaos." It was vague enough to avoid direct responsibility, but pointed enough to seem like a response. For many fans, this kind of message only reinforces the perception that he's trying to shift the blame and rewrite the story in his favor. Instead of addressing the accusations or showing concern for the well-being of his children, his message appeared self-centered, leaving people questioning his priorities. Behind the scenes, rumors are swirling that Iman is working overtime to control the damage. Sources suggest that his team is scrambling to preserve brand deals and sponsorships, some of which are reportedly reconsidering their partnerships. In today's media landscape, silence often speaks louder than words, and the public is no longer willing to accept vague statements or half-hearted denials. If he chooses to respond publicly, there's no doubt that people will demand evidence, receipts, timelines, clarity. The era of glossing over bad behavior in the name of fame is coming to an end, and if Iman wants to tell his side, he'll need to do so with transparency and accountability. one of the most heartbreaking aspects of all of this is how it could affect their children. Teyana and Iman share 2 young daughters, and while their lives may seem sheltered from the chaos on the surface, it's impossible to completely protect them from everything. Teyana is reportedly doing everything she can to keep their routines stable, prioritizing school schedules, emotional check-ins, and family time away from the cameras and noise. But children are observant. They may not understand the details, but they feel the tension, the changes, the emotional climate of the home. In previous interviews, Teyana has said she wants to raise daughters who understand strength, not just the kind that smiles through pain, but the kind that knows when to walk away, when to speak up, and when to heal out loud. That message is hitting even harder now. While fans admire her resilience, many also worry about the toll this situation could take on the co-parenting relationship. When trust has been broken, and both parties are operating from a place of pain, maintaining a peaceful partnership for the sake of the children becomes a monumental task. Legal mediation, custody revisions, and boundaries may be the only way forward, but even those are difficult waters to navigate when emotions are still raw. In the end, this isn't just celebrity, gossip, or another internet drama. It's a story about survival, about finding your voice when it's easier to stay silent. It's about protecting your children while healing your own wounds. It's about the hard decisions women make every day when they realize love isn't enough to stay. And right now, Teyana's story is echoing far beyond Hollywood. It's resonating in homes, in therapy rooms, in songs, and in hearts everywhere. Despite the heartbreak, Teyana seems to be entering a powerful new chapter. She's not just healing, she's rising. She's reportedly working on a new music project that will allow her to express everything she couldn't say before. There are even whispers of a documentary where she might finally tell her full story. Her fans are begging her to speak her truth in whatever way feels right for her. They believe her voice can help countless other women going through similar experiences. This isn't just about celebrity drama. It's about survival, resilience, and reclaiming your narrative after years of silence. Teyana's journey could become a guiding light for many who've suffered behind closed doors. Do you believe Teyana's subtle but powerful claims about Iman? Should more women in Hollywood come forward about the toxic relationships they've endured in silence? And is Iman's cryptic silence a sign of guilt? Or is there a side to this story we haven't heard yet? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell icon so you never miss a single update. Because this story is still unfolding, and we're just getting started.